easy seasonal plum cobbler. I'm going to show you how to make it now. It's that time of year and plums are perfectly in season. Why not make a plum cobbler? So I've got my beautiful plums here and I'm going to start by taking out the stones. You don't want super ripe plums for this, otherwise they're going to just break down and you'll have plum soup. So great for those plums that aren't quite ready to eat. So I've got my lovely plums and I'm just going to cover them in a generous amount of caster sugar. I'm also going to add in some cornstarch here, and that's just going to help to thicken up the juice. I've got a lovely vanilla pod here. You could use vanilla bean paste, and I'm just going to scrape out the seeds and put all of it in with the plums. And I'm going to put the pod in as well. Finally, I've got some melted odourless coconut oil with just a drop of unsweetened plant-based milk, and I'm just going to pour that on top. I'm just going to give this a good mix now, coating the plums in the sugar and the vanilla. I've preheated the oven to 190 degrees Celsius, and I'm just going to roast the plums for about 10 minutes until they start to release some of their juices. So whilst the plums are roasting in the oven, I'm going to get on with making the cobbler topping. It's incredibly simple. So I've got some flour and some soft light brown sugar in here, and into that I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of baking powder, a small pinch of salt, and the zest of a lemon. You could use an orange if you wanted. I've got some odourless coconut oil here, and I just scooped it with a tablespoon and I chilled it in the freezer for about 5 minutes, and I'm just going to pop that in. With clean hands, I'm going to rub the coconut oil into the flour and sugar mixture until I have something that resembles breadcrumbs. I've got my lovely breadcrumb mixture there. Really easy to do, quite therapeutic. Great thing to do with the kids. So now I'm going to add in my unsweetened plant-based milk, and in that I've got about half a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. And you don't want to really mix these two together, just enough so that it becomes one. I'm also going to add in about half a tablespoon of vanilla extract into there. Just adding in my plant-based milk mixture. You don't want to stir it too much, just until it comes together. You'll have a sort of lumpy batter. It really doesn't look like much at this point, but you'll see. So my plums have roasted up beautifully and they're starting to release their juices. I am actually going to discard about 2/3 of the liquid, just so the cobbler doesn't get too wet, but you can keep it and pour it over at the end. I'm now going to dollop my batter just on top of my fruit. It's incredibly sticky, so you might also need a teaspoon to scrape it off. I've roughly covered the fruit with the batter mixture, and now I'm going to sprinkle some Demerara on top. That'll give it a delicious extra crunch. And my cobbler is ready to bake. I'm going to bake it for about 25 minutes. I'm going to put a tray underneath just in case anything bubbles over and it'll catch all the drips. So simple. I can't wait to show you how it is. The cobbler's baked up beautifully and it's ready to serve. You can serve it just like this, or with lashings of our vanilla custard. You can get the recipe on our channel under vanilla custard. I'm going to serve myself some now. That lovely crispy topping with the Demerara sugar. It's absolutely delicious and you're going to love it. Thanks so much for tuning in, especially to all our subscribers. I'll see you again next time.